To go over your photo mark assignment with you today. Overall, I feel that this has been a good assignment done, and I think that you've done overall above and beyond what needed to be done. But of course, it's my job to make sure that I point out any opportunities. This is going to be a very important tool for you to use when you get into your bridal practice, of course. So we want to make sure that you revise and do any changes as needed, of course, right? And give you the feedback on that. Okay, so the first page is lovely. You've got such beautiful diversity, skin tones and ethnicities. I love your theme faces. I think it's just wonderful. So good job with that. It's a wonderful theme. Okay, next page is your table of contents. And it's quite nice with your font, very readable, well indexed, all of those things on there, easy to read, and very organized. Your next page, the current makeup trends, I think is quite lovely. All the different pictures you've got on there, glowy skin, the blush placement, and the beautiful lips, very big. You go into more detail about all the trends, and you've got a lot of wonderful photos. Look at that beautiful skin, just gorgeous with the fun lashes. Beautiful. Okay, blue eyeshadow, really big this season. Again, lovely ethnic diversity in these photos. The vintage glamour, really fun. You know, again, it's not quite classic, but it is very vintage, which is very fun. Okay, it's nice to see that back. The dark cherry lips is really big right now and just fabulous. Okay. The no makeup look became very popular during the pandemic, of course, so that's not a surprise that we see. Exaggerated blush, the draping is still happening with the glowy skin. Look at that glowy skin, really wonderful. So, love it. Okay, your day makeups, really nice choices for clean skin, beautiful, soft glam. So you're adding some really fun, trendy comments to the photos as well. So you've kept it all pretty trendy. Lilac tones are really big right now. The purple is kind of a throwback to the 80s, which is really fun, right? Okay, freckles, really cute freckles are in. Very true. Smoky eyes haven't left. They will always be trendy and kind of classic. So that's good that you got that. And then the glowy face, glowy eye too. Really great. Okay. Evening makeups, you've also thrown some trends in there too for evening, which is fun. Cat eye never goes out of fashion for sure. Very classic, so that's good. The smoky eye, good that you have that as well because that's very classic. The deeper hues, very sultry for the evening, beautiful. And of course the glowy party makeup, really fun as well. Okay, monochromatic look. Look how glowy those cheeks are, really pretty, really fun. And more vintage, okay? Pretty perfect there. We get into bridal makeup and look at the ethnicities there too. Quite lovely, because I'm sure you'll be doing full bridal for many ethnic groups. The glam look with the glowy eyes and the glowy cheeks, very popular. The beautiful bridal look for the Indian weddings as well. Lovely to see that. Your South Asian. Okay, and here we have a more contemporary look, so I'm glad you have that, because you will be seeing many contemporary looks with your brides as well. Okay, more ethnic bridal. Look at those eyes, just gorgeous. Lovely. Okay, really nice. Okay, black and white makeup photography. Some are very classic and some are very contemporary. This is very contemporary. Look at those laminated brows, really fun. Okay, so again, more trends. This is more of a decade makeup look, right? And then we get into some crazy contemporary things, really fun. Avant-garde and contemporary makeups. Very nice. Bare-faced, clean makeups, okay, white makeups. Okay, lips. Lips in focus. Really fun, playful makeups here. Lovely. Classic red lip will never be out of fashion. Always very popular. Some nice gothic looks. Beyonce. the brown, the darker red, and look how playful fun this one is too. Really great. Pink Lips, the blue eye and Pink Lips fuchsia is back, very 80s inspired again, and the ombre never left from the 90s. The eyes in focus is all about that graphic liner for trends for sure. Some metallic, and the blue again, really fun blue rainbow. And then colored lashes is back. And remember, you can make your own colored lashes, so you don't need to buy colored mascara. Okay, nice graphic look, really fun. Neutral lip. And embellishments around the eyes. Okay, and the gold makeup, really popular. Okay, so the next part of the assignment is looking at face shapes. I want to see that you have a basic understanding of the face shapes. That's what this all is about. Okay. So we go into oval, and I would say that that's about right for an oval. Pretty symmetrical. That's your typical oval, very symmetrical. Then we get into the round face shape, and that's about right. You have the full cheeks, and you have the smaller face. Not as long, I guess you can say. Okay, very nice. Not as hard of a jaw, too. More of a rounded jaw. We get into the square. That's a really good example. We have that square jaw for sure, and wide forehead. Very nice. Oblong, the long face and the slender nose. Okay, very nice. That's about right. Diamond, I probably would have chosen Halle Berry as a better example because she has a much longer face. I think Halle has a smaller forehead, higher cheekbones even, and small chin, okay? So I think that was an opportunity there. Not quite for her. Okay, triangle, do agree that she does have the features of a triangle. She has a forehead that goes down to a wide jawline. So that makes kind of a triangle shape. Okay, so I agree with that. Inverted triangle heart. I think there are opportunities here as well. I think you do have a bit of a pointed chin. Not that pointed. I think you'd be better off with Reese Witherspoon or one of the other celebrities that has a more of a pointy chin. And you need to have that Dracula forehead. You need to have that widow's peak here. And without that, it just doesn't quite work. So it's not quite a heart shape. So I think a little bit of feedback on that is important. Okay, so review that. Next, we get into the undertones, particularly the cool undertones. So we're looking at people with blue or purple undertones, very pale. Okay, so to me, this is more neutral. So you need to make sure that when you do a search on Mr. Google that you weed out the neutral undertones because Google can't do that. AI can't do that. So that's really important. Okay, so definitely these two are correct. But these two are suspicious. I tend to think that there are some lighting influences in here, and those are probably more neutral. Okay, so Lily, not bad, more neutral, I think, in my mind. Jennifer Aniston is more a warm neutral. Okay, and also Kylie Jenner, I tend to see that she's more of a neutral cool. So again, you're getting stuck with the neutral. You need to look for more people with an actual blue undertone, porcelain, or white, very pale skin tone, okay? Selena, not so much, more neutral as well, okay? So definitely need to work on those neutral undertones. Now, we get into the warm, and I think you nailed this down really quite good. Really good job, okay? Okay, I think that we can go with, for sure, Gigi and Ariana, though she's probably more of a neutral warm. Okay, and this particular lovely lady, I'm not so sure about Halle Bieber. I think that she's probably more of a cool neutral as well. So really watch that. I think that you need to work on your neutrals, getting them out of the picture. Halle Berry, definitely this lovely lady. She is definitely a warm. Okay, not a problem there. Okay, we get into the interest in exploration makeups. These are really, really fun, and you can't go wrong with what you've chosen. Really some beautiful makeups here. Fun, glamour, and fashion makeups. Beautiful job. Nice choices. Overall, really fun makeup. So I'm sure you'll really enjoy those projects. Now, so overall, I think this assignment was wonderful, very successful. I will say that I would have loved, even though I saw some classic looks and some basic makeups in here that are typical and timeless, I'd like to see more, particularly because you will be dealing with a lot of you will be dealing with some older brides, not just younger brides that want trends. So you need to include more of the classic looks in there, though there were some. I will acknowledge that there definitely were some. So really do think about that. I would add some photos, more smoky eyes, more typical smoky eyes, more typical basic blush, not your draping blush, more, not overly highlighted, not overly dewy skin, all those things, okay? So think about what a basic makeup is and what we do in class for classic makeup and have more pictures of that, okay? Overall, I would say this assignment is going to be about a 95%, and you need to just work on your undertones and your face shapes a little bit more, especially the cooler undertones. I think that needs a little bit more work, okay? So good job. I think that if you add to this photo board, this will be a wonderful tool for you to use in your bridal makeup calls, and you'll really get good use of it. Okay, good job. Excellent.